it's all about safety. It's about our customer safety. It's about our staff safety. So all this, everybody's making a big deal about it and complicating the situation. 75% of the adult population in the UK has already had the jab. You know, we're talking about a minority of people that either don't want to have it or say that they can't have it. But at the end of the day, it's not a problem. I'm not forcing anybody, but they will not be able to get a job with Pimlico Plumbers. I'm not discriminating. All the busybodies that are coming on saying you're doing this and doing that, I've checked with my lawyers, Miss Conderea, and they say that what we're doing is law-abiding and we're protecting our staff and our customers.
Okay, let me go back to Sherelle. Go on.
I do wonder how much of it is about sort of liability of employers and just being a little bit, understandably being a bit mindful of, what kind of legal traps there might be in the future from a health and safety perspective. But I think you've sort of answered your own question in terms of, what is the problem that you're trying to solve? Because most people in this country are being vaccinated. And so if you are double vaccinated, for all the evidence suggests that you are protected. So we're only talking about a very small minority of people. So why don't you just let them be?
Well, I'm going to go back to what I'm saying. It's about the safety, and we're making it very clear that anybody that wants to apply for a job from us from September, when the vaccination is rolled out.
What is the problem that you're trying to solve? Because most people in this country are being vaccinated. And so if you are double vaccinated, for all the evidence suggests that you are protected. So we're only talking about a very small minority of people. So why don't you just let them be?
Well, I'm going to go back to what I'm saying. It's about the safety, and we're making it very clear that anybody that wants to apply for a job from us from September, when the vaccination is rolled out correctly, we will not be giving you a job if you haven't had the vaccination. I'm not going to put all our staff at risk or our customers. I mean, we're not the bad guys here. We're putting people back to work. We're getting businesses going, and and we need to look at it from a safety point of view and stop all the people that are dying. So we're not the bad guys. The bad guys are the people that won't have it because for what reason? Oh, human rights. Oh, I'm being discriminated. Load of nonsense. They need to check it with their lawyers, and an employer is within his rights to protect his staff and his customers.
Charlie, what happens if we know that even with your firm, plumbers are of variable quality? We know that. What happens if the greatest plumber in the world says he wants to come and work for you, and he can repair a stopcock faster than anybody? He says, "There's one problem, Charlie. I don't have the vaccine." You're seriously going to say he can't?
Of course I am. I mean, why am I gonna jeopardise 450 other people that are working for us because some particular guy is against it? That's his choice. There's loads of plumbing companies they can go and work for. I'm just saying is that when the time comes, I'm going to protect our staff, protect our customers, and I'm really doing what I think most citizens should do, is help in the situation, not make it worse. Okay. I mean, Cheryl, is it Cheryl?
Yeah, sorry, Cheryl.
Whatever it is. Sorry. I'm sort of saying is that, everybody's complicated. What is the big deal? I mean, if I offered you a plumber to come to your house, one that's vaccinated and one that's not, which one would you like?
I don't care which one, either one. I've had my first jab, so...
Either one, really?
Yeah.
Well, I've already got customers that are asking, has the engineer been vaccinated? So we have an identification card that they carry with them, and that's just going to have on it vaccinated, and people are going to be, over the moon.
Have you been vaccinated yourself, Charlie? Have you been vaccinated yourself yet?
No. I've just got back in the UK, and I believe within the next 2 weeks I'll be having the vaccination. Can't wait. Can't wait to get it done. But I've just got back to the UK now.
I think for Charlie, it makes business sense because everywhere you go, like restaurants, festivals, all the things that are starting to return, they're all really careful about what they get. And I think people won't want plumbers or anything else going into their home if they're not properly protected.
You've got plumbers on your books, and I reckon you've got some who've refused the vaccine who work for you at the moment. How are you dealing with them?
Well, at the moment, we're getting most of our engineers and most of our staff are over the moon that they can get it. And again, it's not an issue. They can go and work somewhere else if someone will employ them. I mean, you've got to remember, we're going to be going bars, restaurants, theatres, travelling, and you're going to need to have the vaccination. Why are we making a big thing about it? I've said before, people will crawl across the snow naked to get vaccinated. We're talking about life and death here.
Storm.
Well, we're going to speak to Laura now from South Yorkshire, who says this sounds like discrimination.
Well, Laura, tell Charlie, because he's listening.
Oh, hi there. Yeah, I think the main thing I wanted to say, I mean, it does sound like employment discrimination, because there are people who currently couldn't apply for those jobs because they haven't had the jab. That could be for medical reasons. It could be because they're not old enough. There could be a 20-year-old plumber who can't apply for that because he literally cannot be given the jab yet. But my point really was that these are plumbers that we're talking about, not healthcare workers. So plumbers work with toilets and taps. They don't work with tonsils and teeth. So they can stay 2 meters away from customers. They can work in ventilated rooms. There's no reason why I wouldn't let somebody come into my house that hadn't had the jab, because I'll just keep away from them.
Good point. Charlie, a plumber doesn't go reaching into people's mouths. They reach into basins.
Well, of course they don't, but look, again, it's that lady's choice of she's happy for a plumber not vaccinated. But you also got to remember that if you're touching things in your house, and you may not be concerned, but other people may come in your house and catch the virus. So why would you put other people at risk? I mean, you've also said that 20-year-olds can't have it at the moment. That's why we're bringing this in as from September. We're putting out the job applications now, and by September, I would imagine that every adult in the country would have had the opportunity to have it, and then we can do what we're doing without any discrimination.
And Charlie, again, it will come up. There'll be some people who can't have it for medical reasons. Let's say they're allergic to it. Would you make an exemption for them?
No.
Wow.
We have to go back to the thing. It's all about safety. We need to stop people dying, get the economy going again, and make everybody feel safe at work. I mean, I really don't think it's the big issue that people are making. 75% of the adult population have already had the jab. There's not too many more to go.
Choice is the vaccine or continuing lockdown, and the vaccine is safe and right for us all to do. And I hope that companies like Charlie's Pimlico Plumbers that will push some of these people to just get the vaccine.
And Benjamin, if you ever want a job as a plumber, please contact me.
Okay. Thank you, Charlie, for, as always, entertaining us and making us think.